Hello, everyone, and welcome to Unbiased Media. So today I want to talk about this story that I'm sure some of you may have heard that's happened over the past few days. But this story is really disturbing, and it's crazy, but yet again, there's no real media coverage about this story. But basically what happened is, it looks like on August 18th, there was an assault of a white male that was driving a pickup truck in Portland, Oregon. And this man, there's a couple videos, I'll have them linked below, but this man was surrounded by a group of people. And from what research has shown and in the video, from what I've heard, these people that were surrounding this man's car, they were actually at like a Black Lives Matter rally kind of thing prior to surrounding this man's car. And they left this rally, and they actually, in the one long video, it's about 32 minutes. I'll post a link to it. But there was a group of Black Lives Matter demonstrators, but they're way more than that. But they approached this white man and basically accused him of recording them. And so they started following this guy across the street, saying that they were going to beat him and all this other stuff. And actually, it's actually really disturbing to watch the video. So I haven't even watched all of it. I've watched videos of people talking about it. I've watched parts of it, but I just can't make it through, just because it's hard to believe that this is even going on in the world and we're not hearing about it. So they followed this man that they accused of recording them, followed him across the street, and then you hear some shouting from it. It sounds like a different group, or someone jumped into their group. And then one of these men who were following this white guy, they started punching the guy and beating him in the middle of the street. And from reports that I've read and heard and videos that I've seen, there was apparently a transgender woman that tried to somehow intervene in the beating of this man. So as this woman tried to intervene, this group that was beating on this man then turned on that woman and started hitting her and harassing her. And apparently they took her skateboard and some of her belongings, and they actually beat her. So this is a crazy story. But then there was a guy that was at a 7-Eleven, and this is the gentleman that was in the truck. But apparently he tried to intervene with that woman being beat, and then they came after him and his girlfriend or wife. I don't think it's fully been confirmed if it was his girlfriend or wife, but they started attacking the two of them. So they hit the guy a few times while he sat in his truck, and they were actually attacking his wife or girlfriend. Like I said, I haven't really seen any confirmation on whether or not it's his wife or girlfriend. So the guy in the truck actually ends up taking off. He goes down the street and he ends up wrecking. And I've heard reports that it was into a tree, but the way it looked to me, it seemed like it might have been like a telephone post or something. So I'm not 100% sure on that. But they chased him down the street and they got him out of his car, stole stuff from his car, and then this bigger group then began beating on the guy and making him sit in the road. And there was a couple guys that would come up to him and punch him and hit him, and they were harassing him and all this other stuff. And that kind of leads us to this Marquise Love, who at the end of that portion of the video, this vile, despicable human being comes up behind this guy who's been beaten, who just wrecked his truck, and he full on kicks this guy right in the side of his head and knocks the guy clear out. And from reports I've read, this guy just woke up, like I think it was either today or yesterday. So this guy has been unconscious for numerous days as of now. And this is just one, it's a disgusting story to begin with. The fact that you could even do this to someone and be okay with it is just insane to me. But so it looks like the victim his name was Adam Hayner, and his brother started a GoFundMe for him to, I guess, try to raise money for him to deal with the injuries that he suffered and to potentially try to get him, I guess, a new truck. This world, I know it's been crazy. It's been a crazy year with the virus and everything like that, but I just don't know how you attempt to explain or justify anything that's going on in Portland right now and across some of these hardcore liberal states. California is going crazy. Portland's going crazy. I believe this is around the 80th day or so of protests that have been going on in Portland. Like, what is the mayor doing there? Does he not care for his people? I mean, if I was a resident of Portland, I would be furious. And two, I'd be looking to get the hell out of that place. I mean, this is just insane. There's riots, there's looting. People are being beaten in the streets. And from what I've heard, this group of these Black Lives Matter rioters, we'll call them that, or assaulters, or I just don't even know what to call them at this point. To me, they're subhuman beings. But they were at this rally where this woman was speaking, and she was saying how she wished that police would be strangled by their mother's umbilical cords before they were born. I mean, like, what is this? Who says things like that? And who, they give Trump so much grief for the things that he says at his rallies and stuff like that. And yes, I agree. Trump can kind of go down some bad paths sometimes and say some things that it's like, come on, man, like you didn't need to say it that way, or you could have phrased that a little better. But how the media can bash Trump day in and day out and not say a word about innocent people who are being beaten in the streets. I mean, the mayor, Ted Wheeler, he's been defending these people. If people vote him in, they need a serious mental evaluation. And it's not going to get any better until they get rid of that guy. I mean, this is insane. You have innocent people getting beaten in the streets. And then when people come in to help these innocent people, then they're being attacked. And the city's burning, stores are being vandalized, and you have these people who are going to these rallies that are inciting them to go out and cause as much chaos and destruction. And for what? In the name of what? Like the George Floyd stuff happened months ago. The police that were involved with that case, they've been arrested. So what are these people? What are these riots even about? And I don't ever hear a good explanation for it. And I have the article pulled up here on heavy.com. But if I go back, I type in Marquise Love. Okay, who is the culprit in this vicious attack? Look at the sites that you see. You see New York Post, you see heavy.com, Oregon Live, Daily Wire. I mean, are you kidding me? Where's CNN? Where's their article about this? I'll type in Marquise Love, CNN. Apparently I had his name spelt wrong. Marquise Love, Reddit, Live 5 News, Washington Post. I mean, is this not a huge article? I mean, am I going crazy right now? Let's look MSNBC. Nothing. And people want to say that conservatives or right-leaning people just have some like unjustified bias against the news in the media outlets. You know damn well that and it's sad to say, but if the races were reversed in this would be splattered everywhere, and for good reason, for damn good reason. If there were a group of white men that chased down a black man and beat him and beat a transgender woman and then beat another black man and chased him down and kicked him in the head, I would hope all those people were put in jail for life. But you don't see anyone talking about this. On the latest that I've heard, apparently he just turned himself in. Yeah, okay, so Fox News says that he's surrendered himself. But still, so you have Fox News, New York Post, Daily Mail. Look at this man, beaten for no reason. Absolutely no reason. This is sickening. Nothing's going to get better until these mayors are voted out. Nothing's going to get better until people see and admit that, I understand that maybe what Black Lives Matter started out as was never supposed to get to this, but it's been infiltrated. It's been infiltrated by people who don't care about Black lives. They don't, because if you cared about Black lives, there's a way to do it the right way. You can protest, you can boycott and do that kind of stuff. Hit places where it hurts them, with the money, but beating innocent people in the streets, this does nothing for your cause. And if there's someone that's down the middle with their political views, and they're seeing that all these hardcore left states and cities are being basically run by these mobs, you think that that's going to convince them to vote for people who support that? No way. So when they talk about this silent majority that don't vocalize stuff, those are the exact people that if they do their research and they see that this stuff's going on, and maybe it's going on in their own cities, you don't think that would convince them to vote for Trump or someone who's going to put an end to this garbage that's happening? So I'm glad this punk, this coward turned himself in, and I hope that justice is served and this guy spends a long time locked up. And he's 25 years old. He has his whole life in front of him, and he's doing this stupid stuff that does nothing for any cause he could try to be defending or pushing. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you even heard this video. Sorry, I'm just really fired up because I've been seeing in the last couple weeks, I've been seeing some crazy, insane stuff going on that's not getting reported by the mainstream media, and it just sickens me. And I'm going to try to do my best to help get this stuff out there. There's a lot of people that are doing great jobs getting these stories that are not being touched by the media out so that the public can see what's really going on. So, like I said, I'll have links in the description below. Let me know what you guys think. But this is a disgusting story. It's hard to watch the videos. So take care, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. As I was editing this video, I decided to kind of start skimming through some of the parts so I could get a fuller idea of what exactly transpired during this whole insane, absolutely disgusting event. And it's even worse than I could have imagined what happened. This video is absolutely appalling on so many levels. It's absolutely insane. I urge you guys to watch the video for yourselves, because I don't know if the way I describe it does it justice, but I just can't believe that there are human beings out there that act this way, and that this mayor is literally letting these attacks happen in the streets, and the media is not covering this. So some of the stuff that I didn't fully touch on was that the first guy who was being chased and assaulted, he runs across the street, and this transgender person steps in to try to help out in a way. And then the rioters and attackers, and especially actually this Marquise Love, which is ironic that his last name is Love, because he is the exact opposite of love. But in this video, this mob starts attacking this transgender person. And the attack on this person was even worse than I thought. They were hit multiple times, had their skateboard stolen, had drinks and liquids thrown on them, which who knows what these liquids are. Then a group of 4 women began beating this person and kicking them. And I took some still screenshots that I'll have of everything that happened. So as that's transpiring, the man that was attacked in the truck, Adam Hayner, his wife or girlfriend, I still am not clear as to who she was, he begins to try to help the transgender person. And his wife or girlfriend is then hit multiple times in the face outside of his truck. She begins to move to the front of the truck. And as she moves to the front of the truck, a black woman comes up behind her and tackles her to the ground in the middle of the street and begins hitting her multiple times. So she gets up and is able to make it across the street, and another black girl comes up and tries to attack her, but someone held her off. So meanwhile, all this is happening. Adam Hayner, the victim in the truck, he's trying to flee this area. And as he's trying to flee, a mob of people start surrounding his truck. A black woman comes up to the truck, and I have a screenshot of it, and she kicks the front side of his truck. He's able to drive away, and then that's where the rest of my video continues. But I couldn't believe how many screenshots I was able to take of different people assaulting multiple people and women. Men and women. And I saw in part of the video, the police drove down the street and did nothing. I can't believe what I just witnessed. It was hard for me to stomach, so I skipped around a little bit. And then I said, you know what? I should probably watch this so that I have a full idea of the situation that happened. And it was far more disturbing than I could have even imagined. This is absolute insanity. So I'll let the video continue, but I wanted to interject with what I had just seen, and there's just no words for it.